There's no denying that Disney Zombies is one of the best original movies. But after watching this video, you'll probably never watch zombies the same way. Before we begin, subscribe to Riveted and turn on the notification to stay up to date on all matters entertainment. A movie based on a movie. Many Disney movies have been based on books, but Zombies was based on another unreleased film. Before Disney released Zombies, there was actually another movie in the talks called Zombies vs. Cheerleaders, which was supposed to be released in 2012. The story follows Zed Necrodopoulos, a typical high school student with one small caveat. He happens to be a zombie. Despite a high-tech wristwatch designed to curb any appetite he may have for his classmates, he and his zombie friends remain unpopular with the school's most influential group, the pom-pom-wielding Cheerleaders. Never one to back down from a challenge, Zed sets out to improve zombie student-body relations and win the attention of Addison, the cheerleading squad's newest member. Well, that's basically the same story, but the cast was totally different. In the original movie, the cast members were Luke Benward as Zed Necrodopoulos, Maya Mitchell as Addison, John DeLuca as Bucky Buchanan, Lauren Gah as Lacey, Katie Saarife as Eliza, and Julian Sergey as Bonzo. Can you imagine these people playing the characters other than the ones we already know? And some fun facts, Bucky isn't related to Addison in the original pilot. Zombies in the original pilot appear more human-looking but with green eyes and green veins on them. And Bree, Stacy, Tracy, and Zoe were not part of the original plot. The original plot had someone named Jerry and another one named Bunny as part of the lead characters, but we don't know their relevance because the movie was never produced. Werewolves and Silver. In Zombies 2, the werewolves get arrested at the demolition site when the people in charge of the demolition release silver gas. Before the werewolves made their way into Seabrook, they were also confined in the forest by a silver fence. Historically, even though werewolves don't exist, we know that silver is their weakness. But have you ever wondered what's the connection between werewolves and silver? First of all, silver is one of the only metals which have ever been associated with the moon, and werewolves are also associated with the moon. It makes sense that a moon-powered creature would be vulnerable to moon metal. Do you know what else comes to mind when we think about werewolves? Vampires. These two have been depicted as enemies in many tales, so we won't be surprised if vampires are introduced in Zombies 3. We also happen to notice that Boo Boo Stewart made a special appearance when Winter was singing her song. He made a cameo appearance at the end of the visual as the new kid, which could mean nothing, but it could also mean everything. Zed already mentioned vampires in the movie, and that was probably a foreshadow. Forbidden Forest. Speaking of werewolves and forests, are we going to get a Harry Potter crossover? In Harry Potter, we first hear of the Forbidden Forest at the arrival feast on Harry's first day at Hogwarts. Professor Dumbledore tells the first years that the forest on the grounds is off limits, and goes on to say that he feels he must remind some of the older students of that fact as well. Eagle-eyed fans notice that the Forbidden Forest in Zombies looks strangely similar to the one in the Harry Potter movies. In Harry Potter, it was alleged that werewolves actually live in the forest, and Disney Zombies was probably a way to confirm the allegations. Okay, if Zombies has anything to do with Harry Potter, then we have to gear up for all sorts of mystical creatures. Edison is not real. We all ship Edison and Meg, but we are sad to inform you that the Meg ship is not ready to sail in real life. And you'll probably never watch Zombies the same way after this. It appears that Meg Donnelly could be dating someone else from the cast of Zombies. For the past couple of months, the actress has been seen alongside Noah Zolfiker, and her fans are wondering if they really are just friends or more than friends. The photos the duo share of one another on their social media handles speak for themselves. The rumored lovebirds travel together, they dance together, and hang out with their friends together. One of Meg's fan sisters is good friends with Meg, and she recently confirmed on a photo of Meg and Noah that they are indeed dating. Though there are numerous implications that they are dating, the duo has yet to come out and officially announce it. Regardless, a couple of cozy pictures have never stopped fans before. Ever since sharing cozy pictures with Noah, Meg's been facing harsh criticism from her fans, and that's because many of them are still hoping she will date Milo Manheim in real life. We can't imagine Milo and Meg with other people, but if they find love elsewhere, all we can do is wish them the best. Selfie Queen. Who do you think is the one person who takes many selfies on set? Well, many people would probably say Ariel because she's the one with the most social media presence. As much as she is the one who checks her Instagram most often, she is not the one who takes selfies on set. Contrary to what people may think, baby Ariel is just like your regular teen. She loves spending time with her friends as well as going to the movies, parties, dancing, singing, and having fun. Winter may be outgoing on Zombies, but in real life, baby Ariel is actually an introvert. She was bullied when she was a kid, but realized that she got a lot of love and support from her family, friends, and fans, but there were some who were mean to her for no apparent reason. After experiencing cyberbullying and online hate firsthand, Martin started the hashtag Ariel movement to push back against bullying and help followers who might also be experiencing negativity. So, who is the Selfie Queen then? Well, it's Carla Jeffrey. Yeah, the people you least expect are the ones who make things happen. Hair Chronicles. Just like many other movies, the cast members of Zombies wear wigs to enhance their characters. However, Milo Manheim was the only person who actually dyed his hair. Even before the movie started, he had to dye his hair 10 times to get the perfect shade. Milo showed off his hair transformation on his Instagram stories from dark brown to blonde to green before reprising his role for Zombies 2. The guy actually graduated high school with his green hair. At the moment, he's not rocking the green hair, but we know that he will have to dye it again in Zombies 3. Wyatt and Eliza vibes. So far, we may get a zombie and a human baby from Edison, and with the introduction of werewolves, we may also get a werewolf and zombie baby. Wyatt seems to be more sensible and cautious than his other pack mates. He seems to think things through more than his sister does and ponders more rationally before taking action. Eliza is a good and smart zombie who cares for her friends and fellow zombies to the point of willing to start a revolution for them. These two definitely complement each other, and we can totally see them together in Zombies 3. What do you think is the perfect ship name for these two people? Wiliza? Wyliza? Elliot? Let us know in the comment section below. Problematic depictions. Zombies appears to take place in a post-racism, post-homophobia society, and Disney attempts to tackle some sensitive themes. The backstory of zombies is that the zombies used to eat brains, but they've been neutralized by some technology and have been living in separate areas that have poor facilities and where government-issued bans and are homeschooled. Disney has used metaphors in the past to depict different themes, but the fact that zombies were used to represent racism was just off. The concern here is that in the backstory, zombies used to be dangerous. So historically, normal people are justified in their fear of them and in their attempts to control them. But this is hardly ever the case when it comes to racism. Also, a lot of what Zed tries to achieve in the film is normalizing zombies into normal people's lives and activities such as joining the football team and cheerleading squad. Once he becomes a hero of the football team, he gets more privileges for all zombies like cafeteria and music lessons. It's problematic because it's about always aspiring to be part of the powerful, dominant majority rather than resisting and influencing them with their own culture. In essence, Disney zombies didn't do much to appreciate the zombies' culture. The nicest person in real life. Bucky is the coach of the famous Seabrook cheer squad, stopping at nothing to uphold the title. He is headstrong and very intolerant to anything below standard. In fact, he is so worried about perfection that he will cut members from the cheerleading team due to one mistake. He is also very egotistical and egocentric, as he frequently speaks highly about himself and degrades anyone who takes the attention away from him. That explains why his #1 enemy in the franchise is Zed. Bucky is played by Trevor Torchman, who, in real life, is the nicest person on Earth. In all the interviews that the cast members take, they always agree that Bucky is the funniest and the nicest one. In fact, anyone who was cast on the same screen with Trevor had a 98% chance of breaking character because he would always crack them up. We can only imagine what the cast members had to go through because they had to view him as a villain, but he's also impossible to hate. Last names. You obviously noticed that the zombies have Z in their names and the werewolves have W in their names. However, there was also something intentional about their last names. The mythical transformation of a person into a wolf is called lycanthropy, hence the name Lickinson for Willa and Wyatt. Eliza's last name also is Zambi, which sounds very similar to zombies. Zed's name, Necrodopoulos, was derived from the prefix necro, which means relating to a corpse or death. Set flirt. Apparently the biggest flirt on set is Milo Manheim. Okay, it's easy to see how he can be so charming. With a background in musical theater, which helped develop his A-plus comedic timing skills in Zombies, Zombies 2, and American Housewife, Milo is multi-talented. He sings, dances, acts, and plays several musical instruments. After graduating from high school in May 2019, where he rocked his green zombie hair like the legend he is, Milo headed to New York University. He's a drama major at Tisch School of the Arts with plans to graduate in 2023. Milo takes style cues from James Bond, and it shows on his social media handles. And if he weren't an actor, he'd be a chef. Let's also not forget that he's a good-looking guy. Definitely flirt material. Prankmaster. This one will definitely come as a surprise to most fans. The person who likes to prank people on set is none other than Pierce Joza. The cast members also agree that the one person who is most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse is Pierce Joza. He's the one who enjoys outdoor activities such as camping, and he would probably know how to survive in case actual zombies show up. Did you know that Pierce started taking college courses at the age of 12, finished high school at the age of 14, and is on an ultimate frisbee team? Yeah, he talked about all these things in an Instagram Live with Epilepsy Foundation. Rap games. In Seabrook High, Bucky may be a jerk, but in real life, Trevor Torchman was actually the valedictorian in his high school. As well as being a dancer, Trevor is a musician and began drumming and rapping just before he was a teenager. And he was probably the one who introduced rap games on set. Zombies 2 had a rap battle between Zed and Bucky when they were both running for president. What you may not know is that everyone on the cast of Zombies can actually freestyle. Shocking ages. Yes, after knowing the ages of the cast members, you will probably never watch Zombies the same way. Of course, the youngest person on set is Kingston Foster, who is only 9 years old. Among the older cast members, the baby of the crew is actually Pierce Joza, who is only 17 years old. Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim are practically twins since they are both 19 years old. Oh, quadruplets if we add baby Ariel and Chandler Kinney to the bracket. Kylie Russell is 23 years old, Trevor Torchman is 24, and surprise, Carla Jeffrey is 26 years old. And that brings us to the end of this video. What do you love most about zombies? Let us know in the comment section below. This has been Riveted. We publish amazing videos daily.